What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you some Dcrops content today. So this is another Hive-based game that somebody on one of my streams recommended to me, and I don't know if I'm going to continue making a bunch of content on this. Some people have asked for it or have been asking some questions, so I thought that I would at least explain where I'm at, what I think about it, and how I'm going to approach things moving forward. So as it stands, I have a couple of plots of land, and the main thing that I wanted to do was harvest some of these plots. Now, I don't want to get into too much of the gameplay here, but just to give you the basics, there are two different types of cards here. You have seeds and lands, and essentially there are seasons. So 15 days is each season, and then it rotates just like the normal world. So you have spring, summer, fall, and winter, and you can only plant seeds from the current season. So right now we're in fall, so I can only plant these specific seeds here. And then you have your common, rare, epic, and legendary. Now, there's a bunch of numbers here, so I guess I'll just go into this quickly. This timer at the bottom shows how long it will take in order to harvest the seeds. This shows you how many, I guess, a quantity of shares you get, and then this actually shows you the number of shares. So for example, if you just look at the two common cards here, with carrots, I get 14 shares and one quantity of 14 shares in 7 days. With garlic, on the other hand, I get, in 7 days, I get 7 shares per quantity, but I get 2 quantities. So technically, they both come out to 14, but for garlic, you can kind of split them up between 7 and 7. Now, where that gets interesting, or where that comes into play, is the whole factor of the game is you want to collect as many shares as possible. So the more amount of shares you have, the more crop you earn at the end of every season. And there's a rewards pool of crop that's given out every season, and that's reduced by 0.5% every 15 days or every season. So it looks like the reward pool for this upcoming end of season is going to be, I don't know, 463,000 crop. And so far, I've only harvested one, so that's going to give me 14. And out of that 14 shares, it's going to give me 16.66 crop in rewards. And I'm ranked number 469. So you can see this game actually has a very low player base, and that is one of the reasons that I'm considering. You know, I'm kind of on the fence here, where it's just like, am I very early to a game, or am I playing a dead game? Right? So just being fully transparent with you, that's where my thought process is. But as you can see, there's less than 500 active players this season. In fact, there's only 471 that have harvested crops so far. So if we go back to the farm here, and it looks like fall is going to change in a day. So there's only one day and 18 minutes left before the end of season. What I want to do is I can harvest my 3 plots that are done. So I have a garlic, and 2 carrots here. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest each of these. So harvest 3 plots. That's going to require a transaction. And that should hopefully get us to a point where I will have these crops available. Now, there's an additional step, and this is why I'm saying that it's important, because you don't need to sell your crops for shares. You can hang on to them. At least that's my understanding so far. And I'll show you why that becomes relevant or important. And that has to do with the daily, not daily, but seasonal quests, I should say. So let's give this a moment. And so here you go. So I got 7 shares, 14 shares, and 14 shares. So let me go ahead and close and reload this. So now I have some empty farmland, which I'm probably going to wait until the end of the season on, because with the amount of time it would take to plant a card, it's gonna, with the amount of time that it would take for me to plant, it will be end of season. Plus, these cards, I believe, go on cooldown as well. So let me just see here. I wish there was a filter like actually look at only ones that you own. So let's see. Carrot is on cooldown that ends in 3 days. Oh, also, if you go to the shop here, you don't technically need to own a card. You can go to the shop and buy boosters and buy one-time seeds, and it'll be a mystery seed from the current season. So that's going to cost you 40 crop. I don't know that it's necessarily worth it, because as you can see, I'm not even earning that much crop this season, but we'll see how much this totals out to be. Now, the leaderboard resets every 3 hours, it seems. So I'm not going to be able to find out how much crop I have. So if you guys want to see that or more content, then I can maybe do an end of season video in a couple of days once this is done, or I guess in 1 day. But let me go here to my inventory now. And what I can do is I have 42 total shares. I can sell all the shares if I want, and that will increase me in the leaderboards if I get all 42. Or I can choose to hold some of them. Now, why would I hold them? Well, here you go. In the main screen here, you have a quest. So in my quest, I have the option, I guess, or one of the things that I need to do is sell kale, harvest beetroot, sell potato. Well, here, let's go more specifically to sell potato and sell kale. Both of these are not fall season crops, meaning that I would have had to harvest them over the summer, I believe. And let's go to see if we can find summer crops. Would that be, where would kale be? So kale would be from spring. So I would have had to hold these for 2 seasons just in order to get the the bonus from the where's that called? From the quest. So obviously I don't have those because this is the first season that I'm really playing. I didn't have a raspberry, which is a legendary. I'm only going to have 2 garlic crops, and I didn't have any pumpkins. Or no, I did plant a pumpkin seed. What is beetroot? Let me just check beetroot real quick. Is beetroot is fall as well. Okay, so anything that's plant or harvest is probably going to be from this season. Anything that's sell is something that I need to hold from a previous season. So with the amount that I have here, I am probably not going to sell, or I'm probably not going to hold any of these. I would rather just sell them all right now and then, figure it out at a later point. So let's go through and actually do this. I'm going to sell everything. So this should give me 42 shares plus the 14 that I already have will be 56 shares. And while the leaderboard may not update just yet, we'll be able to see roughly where we would be at. Okay, so everything has been sold, and the leaderboard is going to update in 3 hours, but I should be around 56 shares, which if I look here, again, I'm going to be still very far close to the bottom, but significantly higher than where I was before at 487. So 56 shares is going to get me roughly 64 crop to end the season. So that will probably change as people continue harvesting their crops for end of season. Again, they have a little more than 24 hours to harvest their crops. So winter is next. Winter is coming. I will see what it looks like from there. I don't have much in the game. In terms of lands, I have 5 plots of just the average or common land. And the difference here is just with each individual or each increasing rarity, you get more plots. So you get 2 plots here, 3 plots here, 4 plots here. You're able to plant 4 seeds at a time, for example, on a legendary land. And I believe that there's potential for bonuses as well. You can get 2 and 3 star crops if you are at a higher percentage. Oh, actually, no. So you get a 2% for common, 5% for fertile, 10% for awesome, and 10% for legendary. Okay, interesting. Good to know. Learn something new. So that's where it's at. Let me just give you the little breakdown now. This game is kind of boring in the sense, and I don't mean that in a fully negative way. It's very hands off. So it's very similar to Rising Star, but as I've said, one of the reasons that I really like Rising Star is because of the fact that it's free to get in. Whereas here, you would need to buy packs, and all alpha packs are unfortunately sold out, and they're going for like $7, $8, anywhere between $6 to $8 in the secondary market on Hive Engine. So I bought a couple or a decent amount. I'm holding them though, because one of the other ways that you can earn from this is the holding rewards. So this is similar, if you've played Splinterlands, this is similar to having high airdrop points, right? So you get airdrop points for holding assets within the game, and holding packs actually is quite I don't want to say profitable, but it gets you a lot in terms of overall crop power. That's what it's called here. So I guess it's CP, but a different CP. This is crop power. So that being said, even with everything that I'm holding here and hanging on to, I am only making like 0.1 hive a day in the holding rewards. So the airdrop here is not significant. If you're comparing like APYs between this and DEC, for example, from Splinterlands, DEC is well over 100%. So if you're looking to put extra funds somewhere for APY, DEC between these two games is still significantly better. But I'm dabbling. I like it. It's interesting. I've been in the Discord. This Discord is obviously much quieter just because the player base is not as big, but there are plans to release a beta pack expansion in the next couple of months. So this is something that I'm watching and we'll probably just continue dabbling with until beta comes out, at which point I might buy some packs and open some packs and see how things go from there. So with the way the market is right now, you can buy cards individually off of the market. And there is an in-game market here, which is really nice. The thing is, for lands, for example, you're going to pay like 1.1, 1.2 hive for average farmland, all the way up to, if you want legendary, you're going to be paying like 44 hive. As for seeds, if you want legendary seeds, this is going to be in the higher range as well. And, you know, common seeds are going to be towards the bottom. And then you can kind of filter this out to whatever you need for each season. So again, it's not... My analysis of this, and this is just my opinion, is that this is kind of in a position, because packs are sold out, that Splinterlands was a couple of months ago, where card prices are ridiculously high because everything is sold out. So I don't think that it's actually the best time to get into the game. I think if you wait until beta packs come out, and that could be a couple of months from now, who knows, but I keep hearing soon. So if you wait until beta packs come out, I think you'll be in a much better position, and that would be, you know, you're not missing out on too much here. It's not like the rewards are crazy, right? So if I can just share this with you, the top person here is going to get about, we'll just call it 20,000 crop, right? So we'll just say 20,000 crop, and crop as it currently stands is sitting at, and the crop token has jumped up a little bit, but it's currently sitting at, we'll just say 0.00233. So the top person is going to get roughly 20,000 crop times 0.00233. That's going to be $46 US per season, right? So that's over a course of 15 days. So the top person's only making $46. The earnings in this aren't crazy. And like I said, I don't think you're missing out too much. If you want to dabble, get one land, get one crop or one seed, or even just do the mystery seeds, I think it could be fun. And I'm kind of excited to see where this game goes, just because, you know, it's fun in a very like passive kind of way. So it's nice to be able to just go check in on stuff. And as I acquire more and more, you know, farmland and seeds, I think this could be something interesting in the future, where it's more like managing an actual farm, right? Managing your crops. So again, it's idle clicker and not necessarily game, but a game type like Splinterlands. But you know, there is some strategy that comes to it. So it's definitely not going to be for everybody, but I just wanted to share it with you because I am dabbling with it and it is on Hive. So I am excited about Hive as a blockchain for gaming because of the fees. So I can't say that this game's going to do well. I personally don't know, but I've put a little bit into it and I just want to see how things kind of work in the future. So if you are interested, definitely consider hopping in. And I think I have a referral link in the description below. So consider checking that out if you are looking to join the game. Or if you don't want to use mine, you just use somebody's referral link and there's some kind of benefit there. So that is all I have for you guys in this game. If you have questions, if you want to see more content about Dcrops, again, this is not going to be, you know, there's not going to be daily videos on this, but if you want to see, you know, where things progress, definitely let me know in the comments below, because Splinterlands is still the core of this channel, but I am trying to branch out and explore some other games for my own personal interest. And since I know many of the people on the channel are kind of the same mind, and also on the Hive or within the Hive ecosystem and on the Hive blockchain, I figured this might be something that could be of interest for you. If not now, then maybe in the future. So that's all I have. Have an amazing rest of your day. I will see you in the next video, and I will catch you not around this game, just because, again, it's all one player. But it'd be fun to start seeing some people I know in the leaderboards here. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. Take care.